Now we're gonna go to the north direction. And a lot of people don't know. I got a lot of questions when I started putting out the flyers because a lot of people in our own community didn't know what Tigray was or who Tigrayans are, where they come from, where their homeland is. A lot of our own people here on Turtle Island, we don't know. We don't do our homework very well. We don't know indigenous peoples outside of Turtle Island. And so that's my challenge to all of you indigenous peoples from Turtle Island, to start learning other indigenous nations and peoples and their struggles globally, because there are millions of us out there, millions of us fighting against uranium mining, fighting against pipelines, fighting against stealing our children, fighting against missing and murdered indigenous women, fighting for our land back. And so our relatives from Tigray have done us the honor this evening of carrying that direction for us. And red is the sacred color to them, as I've found out. And so, without further ado, I would really like if you all give a warm round of applause and welcome to our relatives. These are our relatives. They're not guests, these are our relatives. Malete, if you could come up here and share some words with us.
Sister Sky, thank you so much. Thank you. And Brother Glenn, and to the entire Indigenous community, thank you for having us today. I have to tell you, our Tigrayan mothers who are here today and have walked with us, and they're standing here and watching, have been really amazed at the similarities in our communities. For instance, when you started lighting the incense and it started to smell like home, and we're looking around wondering, how does it smell like home? And then the drums, and it started to sound like home. And then we heard the and we said, how do they know how to do that? Because that's what we do. My name is Maliti Berhana Meskel. I am an ethnic Tigrayan from the northernmost part of Ethiopia. Today, you've done us a great honor in sharing your day, making room for us, lending your ear and your voice and your stage and your platform to stand up for Tigrayans, an indigenous ethnic group that's currently being annihilated by the Ethiopian government. As we speak right now, the Ethiopian government is carpet bombing Tigray. There is no food in the region. The prime minister, the unelected prime minister, will not allow any type of aid to enter, and that's after his soldiers, coupled with Eritrean soldiers, burned all of our farmlands. The Tigrayans are farmers. We live off of the land, and they burned the farmlands. So our people are suffering. Just to tell you a little bit about Tigrayans, we can trace our history back to at least 8 BCE. We are an ancient people, and that's just what we know because of some artifacts that we've been able to see. We have obelisks and stones and coins and various things that tell a little bit about our history, and we're an ancient people. But we're being annihilated in the dark because there are no phones, there's no electricity, there's no running water, there's no medicine, there are no hospitals. Everything's been looted, and the Ethiopian government is bombing our people and killing them in the dark. So that you've given us a platform here is very, 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 very powerful. That indigenous people can join hands like this is the scariest thing to a colonizer. The scariest, whether that colonizer looks like, one from here, from this country, or one that looks more like me. Because there is a colonization that's happening in Tigray. What they did was start with our women. If you want to destroy a society, what do? You target the women. They gang raped and abused Tigrayan women. And children, for that matter. The youngest rape victim is 4 years old. This is happening right now in Tigray. They tell us it's a political issue. They call us terrorists. The world keeps calling this a humanitarian crisis, but it's a genocide. It's a genocide what's happening in Tigray. And so I told you we share a lot in common earlier, some of the cultural things that you've shown us today, but we also share that horrible, horrible issue of genocide. But we're fed up. Indigenous people are joining hands, and this is how we'll break that evil. This is how we'll do it. So we thank you. Sister Sky said something earlier about how we want a world where everyone fits, where we fit, where Indigenous people fit in, where Palestinian people fit, where Tigrayans fit. And that's what we're going to create. So plan to see more actions with all of us together. Join hands. This is just the beginning of a very powerful alliance among Indigenous people. Thank you for sharing your platform. My brother here. My brother, Dawit Young Mesmore, is going to share a piece that he wrote about Tigray. So thank you for listening.
Thank you guys once again for having us out here. Beautiful to bond with you guys. Amazing. And this is a piece that I wrote for the Tigray genocide. No GPSs for these roots. Gotta get back to the essence. Gotta get back to the truth. I'm not stressing over being in the back of a black coupe. Prefer the blessing of a welcome mat where I can hang my hat too. I don't know about you, but home feeling like it's going under now. They tried to bury us, but the roots stay underground. We use the religion and wisdom to spring up out of the system that's on a mission to see our downfall. But we need the rain for living. From the elders to the children, the lineage pass it down. We want independence and we ain't asking now. Thank you guys.